last of them to take up its spot, and in a very open affair. The third race of the day, they're set. Light blinking. Starter Paddy Powell hit the button now, release them. Major Magnus, one of the last of them to step in company with Superoo. Luca Magic jumped well, so did Mercury Rising. Coming over now, Rocking in Vegas and Bull of the Greyers pushing up underneath all of those. In behind them came Valan Dawn around the outside, going forward in the early part, Rocking in Broom. So he's got his foot on the accelerator this afternoon. Flavoursome settled back on the inside of I'm Back Baby, and tracking three deep is Hanselle. Further back behind those, Silver Jack just throwing its head around now as the speed becomes a lot more muddling. Superoo is outside of it, and down on their inside is Major Magnus. Well, Rocking in Broom takes off. Rocking in Broom, who couldn't keep up in a recent barrier trial, has now gone to the lead at the 1,000 and takes over by a length and a half. Rocking in Vegas is sitting up there second. And over on the inside is Mercury Rising. Going forward is Hanselle after being three deep in the back. In behind them, Luca Magic, being followed by Buller, who got back on the rails shortly after they'd settled down. I'm Back Baby around those, pressing on three wide, followed by Valan Dawn, who'd lost her spot. Superoo popping out three wide with a back to follow. And then Flavoursome, Silverjack back there together. Last of all is Major Magnus. To the turn they head less than 500 from home. And Rocking in Broom just in front from Rocking in Vegas, and Hanselle being desperately ridden to try and join those on the turn. Behind the Mercury Rising, Valan Dawn in the centre. Luca Magic to the outside, then further back I'm Back Baby. Flavoursome headed the remainder as they went to the 250. It was Rocking in Vegas, though, that set sail for the judge over Hanselle. Luca Magic, Superoo down the outside. Mercury Rising over on the inside. Hanselle comes again at Rocking in Vegas, whose run's come to an end. Hanselle's in front. Superoo diving. Thought it might have been Hanselle. Hanselle, I thought, just from Superoo, wide apart these two horses, and right behind those came Rocking in Vegas, who blew out in the last 100 metres. Valan Dawn's not far from those. Rocking in Broom kicked back. Flavoursome somewhere there in that group as well, with Major Magnus, Luca Magic, Superoo, Mercury Rising not far from them, and back there, one of the last of them to pull up at least is Silver Jack. Well, we'll wait for the numbers to come to hand. They're wide apart. It looked as though it had done enough. Over on the inside it has, but you've got to tack on a big margin when they're at Belmont, although with the rail out, that probably lessens things to a degree. But always respect to be afforded to the outside horse. Hanselle's beaten Superoo, who came late, and it was Rocking in Vegas along also there with Valan Dawn in the mix for the minor spoils. We wait for all numbers now to be declared after the third race for the day, the Unite Resourcing Maiden. Hanselle, Brandon Louis for Alan Matthews, 3-year-old. Got a bit of reach about him, this gelding. He's a gingerbread man from Copyright Queen by Alma Her for Johnny Chalmers. Carries John's colours to victory. And as I said pre-race, they are a very, very successful set of silks in WA racing. Neil Watmore, Peter Green, V. Terrabilly, the other part owners in Hanselle. Lightly raced 3-year-old, just his 5th run this afternoon, and he breaks out of maiden company for the Alan Matthews stable. Brandon Louis lifting it home. Big run. 3 deep throughout, loomed up, hit the front, headed clearly, and then has come back in a very, very stoic performance to win. Superoo down the outskirts by Rommel from Boundary Girl for Miss K. Erseg. T. Bland, trained by Cole Webster Jr., written by Troy Turner. And we're waiting on third here now to be notified. Next event on the card, the share bets with Tab Touch Bet Loop handicap over 1,200, restricted to fillies and mares. The next event of the day with 9 to do battle. Still waiting on the outcome of the minor placing margins and also time. Here they come now. It is 6, 7, 1 and 8. Luca Magic picked up 4th in front of number 10 Valan Dawn. 6, 7, 1, 8. The top 4 numbers you require there. A short neck by half and the time 1:48.02 with a run home 600 of 35.46 as we head back to Lockie, joining us down in the enclosure after the running of the third.
A wonderful win from Hanselle as winning trainer Alan Matthews joins me now. Al, congratulations on the victory. to the horse's credit, he had to do it the hard way today, and he was there to be beaten, but he didn't lie down when it mattered most.
Yeah, no, he's done a good job. Look, he's a very immature horse. He will only stay because he's got a very laid-back attitude. A few of his runs have been a bit disappointing, but the thing with him, his last couple of starts, when he's looked like he's been under pressure, he has lifted and found something. So, look, he's a nice prospect going forward. He doesn't over-race, got a lot to learn, so there's a fair bit of upside to him.
How quickly do you look to step him out in trip from here? Can it be this preparation, or could it be something that you look at in 6 to 12 months' time?
Oh, look, he'll go into a low-grade staying race next start. I had nominating for staying race tomorrow, but I made a blue of nominating for the wrong staying race. And he had a couple of foot issues, so it's been 3.5 weeks between runs. But no, he'll definitely step up to 21 or 22 because he doesn't pull, which is a good asset for him. And as I said, he hasn't got much of a clue what's going on as yet.
Sounds like this one worked out all right then. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Alan Matthews, and here's Brandon Louis.
Brandon Louis joins us now. Brandon, a horse that's been showing a little bit of a glimpse from the back of the field, but today, kept out of trouble. He's proved the superior stayer.
Yeah, credit to Alan Matthews, Cups. Obviously, last time it was a good run, but I felt like it was still green, first time blinkers. And today from that barrier, I was not really planned, so we just jumped, had a free dip with cover, and when we lost it, and we went the hand side, but he's probably a bit of a stayer. But to his credit, he just sort of put his head first at the line.
Top of the home straight. It looked like Taj's horse to your inside was travelling a lot better, but to your horse's credit, he was tough.
Yeah, exactly. I've been watching Taj's horse a bit, and it's always one of the horses that just travel too good, and when give you nothing, and even my horse had the fitness, and probably we think it's a staying type, and I was sort of probably if I start to give him confidence, and he's a bit of a baby, and last time I noticed that the more you ride him, the more he go. Obviously I was sort of aware that there was a horse on my outside, but credit to him, once I changed my whip a bit, sort of just distract him a bit, and he sort of keep going.
Listening to you, listening to Alan, it sounds as though if the plan had gone to fruition, you would have been in tomorrow, not today.
Oh, exactly. Actually, there was a bit of the wrong, the wrong placement, to be honest. We were a bit spewing, and he said, oh, you know what, I just, wrong race, everything, wrong barrier, everything, and there we go.
Right result, well done.
Thank you very much.
Wrong place, right time maybe for Hanselle as Brandon Louis joins Scotty there. He combines with Alan Matthews to take out the third of 8 here at Belmont Park.